Good morning. It's day 124 on the PCT, and it's 7 o'clock, and I just started hiking. Oh my gosh, I woke up at 6. I usually wake up at 5. I don't set an alarm. I always wake up at like 4:58 or 5:02 or something like that, and 6 o'clock. I needed it. I actually was hoping I would sleep in because I was really tired. I went 28 miles yesterday, which puts me at 29 exactly from the Timberline Lodge. So theoretically, I could make it there today. I probably won't. There's 2 little side quests I want to do, and I started a little later than usual. So we'll see. I'm just planning to camp, at one of the campsites, either right before it or a few miles before it. It's a lot of elevation climb today because Timberline Lodge is at Mount Hood. And obviously that is going to be at a little higher elevation. So I think it's like 4854 or something like that from where I camped. So I've got about 5 miles to go this morning to a horse camp, which is a little ways off trail. I'm going to go down there. There's a pit toilet. Yay! There's water. And then later in the day, there's Little Crater Lake, which is about a 1/4 mile off trail. And I want to go visit that as well. All right, I will check in later. In the meantime, this is what my beautiful forest trail looks like this morning. There's a lot of blowdowns on the trail, but you can see that there's been a ton of trail maintenance done. I mean, obviously, a lot of them are a few years old, but still, it's a lot of work to get these off the trail. So, thank you, trail maintainers. It's supposed to be 92 today, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. And this evening, 92% chance of thunderstorms. So that also may determine where I end up. Now that was the weather that I checked last night for here, and I'm going to be a little further north, but I can't imagine it would be too much different. So today, we're going to play it by ear. Oh, the other thing that took me a little longer than usual, both last night and this morning, was some foot doctoring. And what does foot doctoring entail, you may say? Well, I'm glad you asked, but you might not be. So, I have a blister on my big toe that is consistently filling with fluid. So when I get to camp, I sterilize a needle, usually with my lighter and an alcohol pad. I use the alcohol pad on my toe to clean that off, and I poke it in a few places and push the fluid out of it. It sounds terrible, sounds gross. It is gross, but it doesn't really hurt. So then I put antibiotic ointment on it, and then I leave my feet to air out as much as possible. So I take all the tape off my feet, which is a feat in itself. It takes a while. And then in the morning, I cover that up. I do the same thing again because it usually fills with fluid again overnight. And then I put a hydrocolloid blister pad or whatever on it. It's used to treat burns, but it's really good for blisters as well. And then I put Leukotape over that because that doesn't really stay still while I'm hiking. So then I tape up any place that I know is likely to become a hot spot during the day, and I put squirrel's nut butter anti-chafe salve on, or salve, however you say it, on the rest of my foot. And then put my toe socks on, and then put my darn tough socks on. And then during the day, I keep a pair of toe socks hanging from my pack to dry, and I switch them out every time I have a break. So that helps a little bit. But it's definitely a lot harder during this Oregon section to keep my feet from blistering because you're doing so many miles so quickly. I mean, last night I was doing 3.2 miles an hour downhill, which is really fast for me. So there you go. More than you ever wanted to know about Mockingbird and her blisters. Have you ever read the book Wild, written by Cheryl Strayed? It's about her hike of a very long section of the PCT. And I read it, I don't know, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. Thought I would listen to it as an audiobook. If you know anything about this story and the background as to why she hiked, it's too close to home right now. So I'm not going to listen to that one. If you have any recommendations on good audiobooks, send them my way. Well, I'm heading off trail to horse camp. Hopefully it's not too far, and hopefully they really do have fresh water, and that will make me happy. Well, it's 0.14 off trail. I think that's fine. Oh look, a dumpster, yay! Okay, that little side trip to the horse camp was a great idea. I used the pit toilet, I got water, so I was able to drink the liter that I still had from last night. Took my shoes off to let my feet air out a bit, and then I realized the little spigot had threading on it. Like, these people probably want to use a hose to fill a bucket or whatever. So I backflushed my filter too. I always forget to do that when I go to town, and my filter's been running really slowly, so that should help. I had a couple snacks, tried to charge my watch. I'm frustrated because I like to track my hike because it shows a few of my closer friends where I am on the trail, but it also helps me keep motivated by looking, how fast I've gone and my average speed for the day and all that. Oh, and I can't get it to charge at night. But anyway, I charged it for a few minutes, so it should last a little longer today. And now I'm on my way again. And it was 0.14 off the trail. And then you had to walk, a few steps here and there to the pit toilet and spigot and trash can or dumpster, but it was all right in one spot. So good side trip. This is Timothy Lake. It's so beautiful, and it's huge too. There's a lot of campsites along this side, although supposedly they get kind of busy. I got water at that water source there, and now I'm heading half a mile to Little Crater Lake. I'm going to filter the water while I'm there, have a snack, get my lunch ready to cold soak, and have a nice break. I would love to soak my feet, but I don't think there'll really be water access, and that might be kind of weird. That's the only thing about not filtering water at that water source. I could have soaked my feet, but I'm very excited to see the lake. So, wow. Look at that. There's a whole tree down there. This lake is so blue. Oh my goodness, it is hot. I drank almost my liter of water, almost my whole liter of water on the way up this hill in less than 4 miles. And there's water up ahead and then no more water for 12 miles. So I'll have to get some extra. But I just was crossing the road and there was somebody letting out a couple hikers that I had actually met before. And they gave me trail magic, gave me a cold soda to drink. That was delightful. This is hot and I'm in the shade right now. And there's Mount Hood. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to be hiking over there. Well, I seem to be making it and not dying of the heat, but I feel like I'm dying of the heat. It's very hot. Oop. It's evening now, so it's not quite as bad, but I'm still sweating. There were 12 miles between water sources this last time, so I got 2 liters and I had half a liter left. So I filtered one at the water source and then filtered the second liter when I was taking a break just now. And I don't know what I'm going to do or how far I'm going to go. There's not a lot of good campsites on the way, and I'm really tired. It's 6 o'clock, so theoretically I could make it to Timberline by 8 and just be done with it, but I'm really tired. So I might just find a place closer and take it easy. Have a nice hike in the morning and charge things and do things and all that stuff, whatever I need to do. So we'll see. All right, I'm at camp. I went 27 point something miles. Now I forget already. And I've just got a couple miles to go in the morning before I get to Timberline. 27.3 I went, but 1 was my little side trip. So 26.3 trail miles. And I'm going to take a little sponge bath now and get to bed. Good night, and thanks for watching.